Hi guys, today I want to talk about hitting rank 1 this season. As of this video, I'm the only immortal player in NA. I play Nadine. At the start of the season, many high ranked players in NA were at the consensus that Nadine was somewhere in high A tier, but now it's general consensus among the same group of people that Nadine is at the top of S tier. My win rate is currently 46.8%, meaning I've won almost half my ranked games. I average 75 hunt per match, a number that most Nadine players don't even peak. I think Nadine is very strong. Now the purple boxes drop legendary loot majority of the time, blue boxes only have food or rare resources, and numerous more objectives are available on the map to distract players. Every character can reach their best in slot items much easier, Nadine especially. Nadine has always had to transition items to perform well in the late game somewhat consistently. Many of Nadine's weaknesses are countered by transitioning to mithril and force core items to turn her into more of a stat stick than she already is. I run a few different paths, and while Factory and Hospital consistently have nearly or over full capacity for spawn points, I've built flexible plans to be able to start in either one depending on lobby dynamic. In my ranked games, I'm contesting anywhere from 0 to 3 Nadines per game. The server knows archery range is my zone, so I nearly always path my builds towards archery range. I pivot off of archery when there's a dagger jockey in the lobby, but that's about as far as my pregame preparation goes for loading into games. I have 5 or 6 viable builds I run depending on what zones are contested and how many Nadines are in the lobby. I want to talk about a few key things you guys might be interested in. 1. What's the single most important thing to win games? 2. When I die, how do I die? 3. When archery closes, what do I do? 4. Do I control 2 zones or 3 zones? 5. How do I deal with tilt? And 6. Why doesn't any other Nadine perform as well as me? So let's start. Vision. You can control 95% of third parties if you have proper vision and set up for a fight, and walk away from the fights you don't have control of. For the love of everything holy, hit the console before you fight someone or you're actively playing to lose. Vision's the most important thing when climbing. And Mithril. Mithril's pretty good too. Just like everyone else, I die to a lot of things. Most notably, Bleeder Jockey and teaming are the top reasons I lose games, the former being early game losses and the latter being late game losses. I'm able to win 1v2s if I'm stacked enough and I play well, but 1v3s are usually unwinnable without traps, which I don't make often. On the topic of dying, every patch I have to find a new answer to this question. Sometimes head exploding might as well be the only alternative to spinning the wheel on the teleporter, but my go-to zones after the top side of the map is closed include Chapel, Hospital, Temple, and Dock, depending on the state of the game, the lobby dynamic, and quite a few other factors. Sometimes, admittedly, I just click a zone and pray. If you try to control 3 zones while farming the animals inside of each, you're gonna lose vision of prior zone consoles before you complete the rotation. Don't be greedy and control 2 zones well rather than controlling 3 zones lazily. I drop 18th bombs as much as the next guy, but I'm able to avoid dying to similar things or similar people over and over. There's always an alternative win condition, so if I have to give my beautiful archery wolves to a bleeder, I remember those little doggos while throwing my 400 instead of 500 stack wolves at their corpse. Never be afraid to drop your win condition if it lets you stay alive, as you can always get lucky if you haven't died yet, whether it's finding a body with the full loot you need, someone else killing your counter, or some other unpredictable divine miracle. The last question you might be wondering, the answer is, I'm the best. I not only have the most game sense, I also have the most Nadine knowledge, and Moose has about 3 weeks left on his current Final Fantasy XIV membership. This video was pretty brief, but I hope it gave some insight about me and my climb to rank 1 this season. Thanks for watching. Hit the like and subscribe buttons to stay updated with my content, and feel free to put any feedback or ideas for future content in the comments section below. Little Hoko, over and out.